What it do? What it do? Let it do what it do. What it do?
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'm up the level with them every time.
I mean what I say, lines only for.
Charlo just dropped moving with that sweeping right and goes down face first. It's over.
What it do? What it do? What it do? This is your boy KQKC Boxing Network, and welcome to another edition of the Morning After Show. We got me, your boy, the OG, KQKC, and yes, sir, Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Let me bring them up. All right, yes, sir. What's going on, Knockout Boxing?
Hey, yo, what's going on, KQ? Salute to you. Salute to everybody in the building. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning. How you doing, man? You ready? You doing all right? You good?
Yes, sir. I'm good, man. And we had some early fights yesterday, but we didn't have no late fights this time yesterday evening. But I can't wait till this weekend because I get a chance to see O'Shaquie Falls to get his get back. All right. So we got a lot of boxing ahead of us. It's a lot of things going on in boxing right now, and I can't wait to talk about it. Because we got a lot of haters, a lot of lies that's out there. So I mean, I guess that comes with the territory when you the face of boxing. Let's see who all in the building. Knockout, and we go ahead and get started. All right.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it.
Okay. All right. Yes, sir. We got my man All Things up in here. What's going on, All Things? What's going on? Crush the Legend, the winning team is up in here. We got my man Texas 16 South is up and cheer. What's going on, Thrill here from Blueberry Hill? All right, what's going on, Big Block? What's happening with you? We got Cooking with Crawford. Oh, I'm sorry, Cooking with Sir Singer. My fault. What's going on, Cooking with Sir Singer? Yes, sir. What's up, Teach? I see you. What's going on, Quick the Queen is in here. What's happening? All right, yes, sir. Dr. Marks. What's going on? Shaky. Yes, sir. What's going on, Crush? I'm sorry, Cash Crypto. What's going on, Cash Crypto? All right, yes, sir. All right, who else we got up in here? Brian King on B, up out Cone. It's up in here. And that's what we got so far, Knockout. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all hit the like button for KQ one time, man. Make sure y'all run them likes up. We need the algorithm to send out the notifications. So y'all be sure to hit the like button, man.
Okay, now one more thing. Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Did you get your Cash App going yet?
No, I'm still waiting on them to update me. So y'all just show KQ some love this morning, man. It's all good.
Yeah, but holla out your PayPal, man. I should have put it up there. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. No issues. Y'all make sure y'all show KQ some love today, man. It's all good. I ain't tripping. We ain't got to worry about that. We can just have a great show.
Okay. All right. Well, real fast. Just let me grab this super chat from Cool Dude Jones. He said, top of the morning, fellas. Keep up the great work. I appreciate that, Cool Dude Jones. All right. And also, happy birthday to my man, Chi-Town Finest. All right. He was here since day one when I started my channel. I just want to say happy birthday to him. All right.
Happy birthday, Chi-Town. Hope you have a good birthday, man. Hope you enjoy your day, whatever you're doing, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Okay, let's get it popping, y'all. All right.
All right. So, what I like to do, man, I like to go ahead and cover the fight first and everything surrounding the fight. Then we can get into all the news and stuff. So, let's go ahead and jump it right off, man. Regis Prograis got his ass whooped by Jack Catterall. It's a lot of stuff surrounding the fight. After that happened, that we'll talk about. But first and foremost, let's talk about the fight, man. What'd you see, man? Regis got his ass whooped. Looks like he might be done. What's your thoughts on the fight? I know you like Regis. You had an opportunity to interview him. He's a good dude, but the truth is the truth. He looked bad. He looked bad Saturday, man. What you think of the performance of Jack Catterall in the fight with Regis Prograis?
Well, Knock, I really had high hopes for Regis yesterday. I thought maybe the fight with Devin Haney, that was kind of like a fluke or whatever. Got oversighted, wrong coach, all that. And so I had high hopes because he was saying he had a lot left in the tank and he wanted to show up and show out. But now, it was something, I don't know what it is, but it seemed like something was going on with his legs. All right, because he kept on loading up and missing, and he'll fall down. He kept falling down. So I don't know what's going on, but it seemed like Regis now. I'm talking about Deontay Wilder legs, those type of legs. He just didn't have no footing. But also, he got over anxious. He got careless in there. He wasn't defensively responsible. All of the above. So I think Regis might need to just say, you know what? Maybe I'm just don't have it anymore. All right. And because the last good fight he had was Josh Taylor fight in that Super series. And I think that's it. I don't think he'll have anything left because Jack Catterall, he's not nothing really, really special. He just outpointed you and used good foot movement. And I think he got problems with guys that moves. I think he got problem with guys that use their footwork, lateral movement. He had a problem with, So he just not there, And I'm sorry to say it, I'm sorry to say it also. And I know Dank, that was his manager one while, and things are just not in his favor now. So there's nothing else to be said, but he just right. He just need to retire now. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I thought the fight went exactly how I predicted it, man. The people that are members of the channel kind of know my thoughts on the fight. But what I said before the fight, KQ, was Regis Prograis' footwork, man. It is too elementary, not good enough for Jack Catterall. I told everybody he was going to be caught reaching a lot. He was going to be missing wild. And that's exactly what he was doing, man. He was throwing punches, falling down while he was throwing punches because he was trying to throw so hard. So credit to him. He tried really hard, but Catterall timed him. Catterall was able to move him around the ring and walk him into shots and hurt him a couple of times in that ninth round when he put him down. And he's levels above Regis right now. And I don't know if 5 years ago maybe Regis would have got him. You know what I mean? But
Right.
Like you said, something look off with his feet, something look off with his skills, and he be like his lead hand. It's not just his feet. His lead hand is trash. Like he was just jabbing at the air.
Right.
He's just throwing his jab out there out of habit, and it's not to do anything with it. And he just kept getting counted over the top of it, or counted in between his wide looping shots. And you can kind of see this for Regis coming though. If you go back 3 fights, he didn't look good against Devin Haney, obviously. But the fight before that, a lot of people felt like he lost when he first signed to the zone. He fought that Zorilla dude. If you go back, if you go back and watch that fight, Regis looked horrible in that fight. He looked bad in that fight. He's been looking bad his last 3 fights. And, Father Time being undefeated. And then also guys that stay at one weight class their entire career, you get in your mid-30s, man, it becomes very, very difficult to make weight. And I think he's dealing with that a lot, too, because he's too little to go to 147. And so he's trying to make 140 his entire career. And it's hurting him, man. And I think if you look at the lay of the land, when they start making you go fight Jack Catterall over in the UK, that means promoters are looking to put your name on their young fighter's resume. So it's only gonna get tougher for hear from him. He's gonna start getting calls from the zone to go fight Liam Perot in Australia and shit like that. Like the fight's gonna get harder and harder and harder and tougher for him. And he's gonna have to make a decision whether or not he's gonna stay in the sport of boxing or he's gonna go to that bare knuckle boxing stuff he was talking about after the fight. For me, I think he's done at the top. And if he wants to keep fighting, if he's cool being a journeyman, if he's cool letting a bunch of prospects and a bunch of contenders and young fighters put a former champion on their resume and beat them up, then go get your bag, man. Go get your money. But if he's thinking he's gonna compete at the top and he still got something left, them dudes they're gonna eat his ass alive, man. They're gonna beat him up. So we'll see what he does. But he had a good career, former champion, 2-time champion, beat some good fighters, had a really good fight with Josh Taylor. Started boxing late, It's nothing to be ashamed of. Made some good money in the sport. He's just done, bro. He just done at 35 years old. So that's my thoughts on it, man. I thought Jack Catterall gave him an easy boxing lesson and really put a whooping on him.
Oh yeah. And The only thing I didn't like also was the rushing and not being responsible with the punches he throw. Cause he, like you said, he was loading up, and one while he missed nothing. He didn't hit nothing but air, and he knocked himself out. Almost knocked himself out. He almost knocked himself out. He fell on his face. I'm like, oh damn, Regis, you look so bad, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, wow, get up, Regis, man, what's wrong? But it just, just not there no more, man. And sometimes you gotta know when to say uncle, So what's up, Mark West? Yeah. So,
Now,
but yeah.
on top of all of that, of course, pro fighters chimed in on Regis and Jack Catterall. One in particular, Devin Haney, boy, he went in on Regis. He said he ruined Regis' career.
Yeah.
He said he ruined Regis' career. He the one ruined Regis. He said that Regis said that he had pillow fists and he didn't hit hard and it was the softest puncher ever. And Devin Haney showed a picture of Regis Prograis face after they fight. Said them pillow hands must have hurt. He was dogging Regis, which is odd because he picked Regis to win, but he was dogging Regis out after that fight. Man, what's your thoughts on Devin Haney going at Regis Prograis and kicking the man while he down, man? I guess he got tired of people kicking him while he down Ryan Garcia, so he said, "I'm finna do it to somebody else." What you think of what Devin had to say about the fight, man?
I mean, listen, they did it to Devin, right? But only thing about it is though that Devin, he don't have no room to say shit about nobody though. That's the point. Like, and I always tell people this, the less you say, the more your words mean. And one thing about it, Devin, if that's the case, we can say Ryan ruined your career because you haven't been in the ring yet. So let's not count our eggs before they are hatched because we don't know what we're going to see when you get back in the ring, if you get back in the ring. But Regis, sometimes you got to learn how to put the talking that itch to the side and say, hey, this dude is a boxer like me. And of course, his dreams might be shot right now. And, take the high road. Try to take the high road sometimes, and say, man, sorry about Regis, and that's it. Sometimes you gotta just, grow up sometimes. And that's what he should have said. But of course, he been taking a lot of hits too. So I guess he said you can't beat him, hell, join him.
I mean, I think what's Devin Haney has, I think what's going on, bro, and it's just my opinion. Devin Haney has 3 big wins in his career: the win over Kambosos, the win over Loma, and the win over Regis. And one of those wins in Lomachenko, there are a lot of people that felt like he lost, or it was a very, very close fight. But then the Kambosos win and the Regis win, they're not aging the way that he would like. They're not aging how he would like for them to age. They're looking very, very funny in the light, so to speak. Like Kambosos has looked trash, absolute trash since fighting Devin Haney. Regis Prograis might be retiring one fight later. He lost to Devin, then turned around, lost to Jack Catterall. He might be done. He might be starting to lose and streak. And those wins, when people go back and study your resume or whatever, they don't look good. So I think this is a way of him to say, yo, I'm the one that made him look horrible. I'm the one that ruined his career. He looked like that because of me. So I think that's at play here, which I don't mind. Fighters are gonna do that. They're gonna try to boast themselves up. They're gonna try to bolster their resume. But if we just let the facts show what's really happened to Regis Prograis, you'll see that he looked trash well before Devin Haney. He didn't look really good in the fight against Zorilla. Zepeda was able to get off on him, and Zepeda's washed as well. And this is what happens when you fight guys in their mid-30s all the time. You know what I'm saying? When you fight Jorge Linares at the tail end of his career, Gamboa at the tail end of his career, Kambosos at 30-something years old, Regis at 30-something years old, Lomachenko 36 years old. When you fighting guys that in their 30s,
right,
they probably ain't got much left anyway, and they're not gonna look better after you done with them, bro. Because looking that good, they weren't the same fighter that they were before they fought you. So I'm not mad at him for doing it. I just say I call cap. He didn't ruin Regis. Regis was already looking trash before Devin ever got in the ring with him. We all saw the fight that he had in New Orleans. where the crowd was booing, where he looked like trash, where he barely won by split decision against a fighter that nobody really knows. So we got to let the facts dictate our opinions and just keep it real. And at the end of the day, while I disagree with Devin saying he ruined Regis, I ain't got no problem with the young man talking his shit.
Yeah.
Because what I will say, what I do agree with him that he said, and I agree wholeheartedly, he did beat Regis way worse than Jack Catterall did. Even though Catterall put him down a couple times, Regis had a couple of moments in there where he caught Catterall clean. He even scored a knockdown on Catterall, and he looked like he had Catterall reeling a little bit. He never even, I don't even remember watching him land a shot on Devin Haney. So I do think Devin Haney has the better win over Regis Prograis than Jack Catterall. But as far as ruining him, nah, bro, he was already on his way out. He was already on his way down. Let's not do that, bro. I disagree, but I ain't got no problem with him saying that shit if it makes sense.
Right. Well, yeah, it makes sense because everybody been saying about him. I mean, true or not, they've been saying it. So I mean, hey, why not? Why can't he say it? No matter what. Like I say, I'm not a big Devin Haney fan, but he does have the right to say it because if it's true or not, everybody else is doing it. So might as well. So it's no harm, no foul. It is what it is. So. But that's all I have on Regis. Yep. Big Dog Willie, it's $2 holler. I said Bill Haney said Regis helped Ryan cheat. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy, bro. That's crazy. All right, man. So that's really all I got on that fight, man. You got anything else on Regis and Catterall before we move on?
No, I don't have nothing on Regis and Catterall. No, I sure don't.
Okay,
But,
all right. So the biggest news over the weekend came out late Thursday was that they were having issues securing the venue for the Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach fight. And as a result, the fight could go on as planned or it could be pushed back. It's 50-50 proposition, but a lot of narratives and a lot of rumors came out as to what's really going on. Started by, of course, Rick Glazer, and a lot of people have followed suit. So the first thing I want to cover as it pertains to Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, KQ, this $3 million or whatever the money amount is there. What people are saying and what's going around is that the reason the fight is in jeopardy is that PBC can't pay Tank Davis because Tank Davis is asking for more money. What's your thoughts on that particular narrative as it pertains to Tank Davis and Lamont Roach?
Oh man, my take is that it's not gonna never stop. It's not gonna never stop because no matter how well PBC does, which they have been doing better than the rest of the promotion companies. So I mean, they can say what they want, but PBC is doing just fine. And also, this Gervonta hate train that everybody's on. Well, Tank has the last laugh because he's guaranteed money from Amazon Prime. It doesn't matter. And Rick Glazer, you stop lying and by saying that Floyd Mayweather contract with Showtime was bigger than Gervonta Davis. That's a lie. You going on a fight-to-fight basis. You got to take it all in the whole. And then you look at it. But no, you're not looking at it because, you used to work for Oscar. And Oscar, he's lying also. Now, we all can unpack this, right? Because we can go into Jerron Ennis. We can go into Shakur Stevenson. Their career going to be shot in a minute. But we'll talk about that later. But still, let's be honest. Gervonta Davis, it don't have nothing to do with him asking for money, him asking for $3 million more dollars, whatever the line was, because he getting his money. He's guaranteed that money. He just want to fight and be active. These guys are sounding like the same guy that's telling me, well, why don't Gervonta Davis just sit this one out? Okay. How that work for a lot of other inactive fighters? So, listen how y'all sound. And Tank came out and said, hey, look, it's going to happen. It probably happen on the 14th. If not, it happens soon after that. It's a 50-50 chance. Hey, that's good enough for me. Now, why is not good enough for y'all asses? What is wrong? What is wrong with you all? I mean, do you understand that Al Heyman's the only one that didn't fall for that rules? That so-called, oh, come on over here to Turkey. I got you. But I got you all the way over Dubai now. You know, so now that's really gonna grow your fan base, ain't it? No, it's not. You know, so I mean, really? I mean, you really don't understand this. I mean, I don't know where common sense went. Somebody must have stole it, because common sense, you guys ain't got it no more. Because Javonte Davis, he grew up, he's very mature. Then the LB is on his team. I mean, you really think he depend on Lamont Roach to make his money? You really think that? Really? I mean, I don't understand it. Knockout, it's just crazy to me. You know? Go ahead. You know?
Yeah. So here's the issue that I have with that whole he's asking for more money narrative and kind of where it came from and where it originated from. Think about it. Like you said something about common sense. And this will blow a lot of people's mind. I'm sure this will go over a lot of people's heads. So all of these people, Rick Glazer included, they know why the fight got postponed, but they didn't break the story that the fight got postponed. Like let that sink in. Like, so you know why. You know why. You the one that know why. You got all the information, inside information to know why, but you didn't tell us why until somebody else is the one that had to report that the shit got postponed.
Right. Yeah.
Like, if you know why, ain't the first thing that you know is that it's getting postponed in the first place. So why weren't you the one to break the story? That was my first initial thought. Like, that don't make no sense. Like, he's telling us why. Oh, it's because of this. It's because of that. So then why did Dan Raphael be the one to break the story? Why didn't you break the story, since you the one that know why? And you telling him that he don't know why. He don't know what's going on, but he's the one that broke the story and you weren't able to break it. But we supposed to trust your word, though. And you've been religiously and historically wrong on the PBC. Just this year, you told us they didn't have no money for Canelo.
Right. Exactly.
Did y'all forget that? Like, he just told us he didn't have no money for Canelo. PBC is going broke. They didn't have no money for Canelo. It turns out they were the only ones who had money for Canelo. They outbid the zone for 2 fights. Jaime Munguia is a Golden Boy fighter. Golden Boy couldn't come up with the money, so Canelo had to fight on PBC. Edgar Berlanga is a matchroom fighter. They couldn't come up with the money, so Canelo had to fight on PBC.
Exactly.
Now, again, they ain't got no money for Tank. It's just rinse, wash, repeat the same stupid ass narratives. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, how stupid do you want us to believe that Tank Davis and his team is? Like, Leonard Ellerbe been doing this a long time. The one thing Tank Davis cares about is his money. Let me get this straight, just so I'm clear. They announced the venue. They announce where the fight is going to be. They give you the date of the fight. Tank and Lamont Roach start talking shit to each other, KQ. But the whole time, Tank Davis didn't have his money straight. So they announced the fight, and the most important thing, his money, they were still negotiating his money, though. Like, he wasn't cool with the money, but he was marketing his fight. He didn't have his money straight. He wanted more money, but he just went ahead and announced his fight anyway, even though he couldn't come to an agreement with his money with his promoter. They announced the fight anyway.
Rick Glazer know what it is. He know he's guaranteed money. Rick Glazer know what it is. He's just trying to make Al Heyman PBC look bad. That's what it is.
100%. That makes no sense, bro. Like, if any job that you take, bro, the first thing you're gonna know is how much you making before you walk in that door. You're gonna know what your hourly rate is, you're gonna know what your salary is. If you get a bonus, you're gonna know your bonus structure. Imagine you starting work and you ain't figured out what you're gonna get paid yet.
Right. You get to the car and say, oh, I forgot to ask him how much.
Yeah, I forgot to see how much. Like, this shit don't make no sense, bro. So that's dumb as hell. That's the dumbest narrative, stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life, bro. Dumb as hell, made up by a bunch of people. And if you notice, all the people that are perpetuating that, Rick Glazer starting it, they've all been hating on Tank Davis anyway, bro. He hasn't been able to do anything right with them for years. So this is just another way to make something up to try to make it seem like it's his fault. When in reality, the paperwork with the venue is what's fucking up the situation.
Right.
That's what's going on. That's what I'm being told, and that's what Dan Raphael reported. And they could get it fixed in time for the fight to happen on December 14th. But that's what I think of that narrative, man. Do you got anything else on Tank Davis asking for more money before we go on?
Yeah. Cookie was sure singing. No, they announced the fight, and they did have the venue straight. It's not their fault. That's on the venue. That's not on Tank Davis. That's not on them. That's on the venue double booking or whatever they did. You know, that's on them. That don't on Tank Davis. So they did what they supposed to do. Like they all, I mean, this is routine in them. That's all, you know, that's all I'm saying. But no, that's all I got on that.
Yeah. So the venue, what do we have? What do we think is going on with the venue? What's your thoughts on what happened? What's your thoughts on the fight potentially being pushed back? Just the whole debacle of what's actually being reported. Now we've covered the lying ass narratives. What's going on with the venue in your opinion? What happened, man? Why we might have to get this fight in January instead of December?
Well, I think they double booked. Somebody miscommunication somewhere, and they booked that venue for that same date, but somebody didn't tell somebody something. You know, it's something like that. I can't. I'm not a part of it, so I don't know. But that's the only way I can see them double booking. You know, and again the dates on the same day, on the same date, and at the same time. You know, so I know MGM Grand, they have done it a couple times in the past, but they got it straightened out. You know, so and Al Heyman normally gets his way, basically, because it depends on who reserved that venue. You know, but evidently somebody reserved it twice. So I don't know if they got one person that's in charge of that or multiple people. I don't know. But they need to get that straightened out, and it's a 50% chance they will. So
yeah, so what I'm here, what I was told, KQ, is they're trying to get the venue straight for December 14th. If they're unable to do that, then they're gonna have the fight on January the 11th in Washington D.C. Okay. And I put the video on my channel, so it's either gonna go down the 14th or it's gonna go down the 11th, and what I was told was the paperwork for renting the venue, it's not complete. So they got some more paperwork to complete. So it could be as easy as just completing the paperwork, getting it all taken care of, and then boom, everything's done. And the fight goes on the 14th as planned. So that's the issue. Not a double booking is what I'm told. I'm told that they just got to complete the paperwork, that they thought the paperwork was complete. And you know, each venue, maybe they have different things you have to sign. The process for renting out a venue is different depending upon the state that you rent it in or things of that nature. So maybe since the PBC hasn't done a whole lot of events in Texas, maybe there's something different in Texas than Las Vegas. I don't know, but they're saying the paperwork wasn't complete and that they're looking to complete it and hopefully get it done so the fight can go off on December 14th. If it doesn't happen December 14th, then we can expect the fight to move to January the 11th in Washington, D.C. is what I'm being told.
Man, that would be even better if it's in Washington, D.C., because we talking about both guys are from that DMV area. In Baltimore and Washington, they don't get along at all. So, man, that would be on fire for that whole area.
Yeah, both venues, both make sense, right? Houston, Texas, huge hip hop community, huge black community, black people with money out there in Houston that's gonna show up to an event like this. The culture of just hip hop and the type of people that enjoy boxing, great. Like Houston gonna show up, the nightlife, things to do in Houston after the fight. It's gonna be the city gonna be turned up if it's there. And then obviously, as you said, right, with it being in DC, we've seen Tank Davis fight in DC before against Hector Luis Garcia. The numbers went crazy. Everybody showed up. They broke a record in the venue. And if he ends up fighting Lamont Roach in DC, they're gonna break up. They're gonna fill up another venue. They're gonna break another record. Him and Lamont gonna break the record that him and Hector broke. So you can expect it to do really good numbers if it goes to DC. So either one of them makes sense to me. But we're talking about 3 weeks, bro. if it doesn't happen on the 14th and it happens on the 11th, it's only a 3-week difference, bro. And people are acting like it's the end of the world and oh my God, he should just cancel the fight. That was gonna be the next thing. What do you think of that? Like people saying he should just cancel the fight. Like if he's gonna push it back, he should just cancel the fight and he should not fight him at all. What's your thoughts on people saying that, man?
No, that's crazy. That is really crazy. 3 weeks, yes. Your training camp might be a little bit longer, but these guys are professional fighters. They know how to push back and go forward, push back, go full force. And they know the last week, no sparring, just weight cut. I mean, they know the routine. In 3 weeks, it's just 3 weeks. It's not that long. And they know how to do it. They know not to overwork. They know how not to overtrain. You know, they know when they at that weight limit. They know how to cut weight. I mean, these are professionals. And when we talking about guys like Gervonta Davis, we are talking about Lamont Roach, who's is a champion. You know, so they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So 3 weeks, I mean, come on. That's not even a month. You know, so please, you know, stop with the dumb shit. All right, and stop thinking right. Okay, I mean, I get it. You know, some people don't like Gervonta Davis. Okay, you have that right. You know, you have that right to criticize. But I'm not going to sit up here and try to keep on explaining this and that. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is, but y'all playing dumb and y'all want him to sit this out or cancel the fight. Why you want him to cancel the fight? Huh? Well, you know, I mean, come on, really? I mean, it's only 3 weeks, and he's gonna sell anyway. I heard that too. Oh, he's not okay. I don't think he's gonna do well this time. Oh, he need David Benavidez. You think David Benavidez gonna fight on that same card, and Tank gonna be the undercard? The undercard.
That was another one. Tank gonna be the co-main event.
Yeah, the co-main event. And this man breaking records. Yeah, I like David. I interviewed him twice. And
Oh
his
my
dad
God,
and
bro.
everybody. But David ain't selling like that. Okay, all right. He knows that too, man. I mean, that just got to be the dumbest shit I ever heard. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man.
Yeah, man. I'll talk about the David and Tank as the co-main in a minute. But as far as like him not fighting at all now or canceling the fight, like that's the stupidest shit ever, man. Inactivity and injury and is like the biggest shit that makes fighters like lose their mojo quicker than anything else in boxing. When you become inactive and you're not fighting on a regular basis, ain't nothing like fighting but fighting. Like you can't no matter how much you spar, no matter how much you work on drills in the gym and shit, man, you gotta fight. You gotta get out there and fight. And if you got an opponent with a signed contract, a signed deal, and they ready to go, and it's only pushing your fight back 2-3 weeks, man, you better take that fight. And then it's in January, so he can end up fighting 3 times in 2025. You fight January, you fight in the summer, and you fight at the end of the year. What's the problem, bro? What's the problem? Because fighting January 11th is really no different than fighting December 14th in the grand scheme of things. You're talking about 3 weeks. So this idea that he should make himself inactive for who? Who else is going to be available on January 11th? Lomachenko ain't even fucking training, bro. He's not even training right now. He's not even in a training camp. So how is Loma going to be available and they going to get that shit done for January 11th? Like, bro, stop it. Stop it on that. And then Loma ain't going to be willing to fight Tank in DC. In his backyard and shit. We got to see if he even come back to the sport. So he's out. Shakur Stevenson is still fighting William Zepeda coming back in February. So that's not an option. People just making shit up, bro.
Yeah.
They just making shit up. He should not hold his career up. And that's what people always say about Tank Davis opponents, right? Oh, he can't hold up his career, so he had to sign to fight this guy. He can't hold up his career for Tank, waiting on Tank. But Tank's supposed to hold his career up. He's supposed to just not fight. He's supposed to sit out. Let Loma have his comeback fight. Let Shakur have his comeback fight, and then fight them later and just sit out till the summertime. Y'all crazy as hell. I want to see Tank in the ring. I want to see him fight.
Well, see, that's what you want. You want a fighter to be active, because you know, as much as I like Earl Spence, we see what happened when Earl Spence was inactive. You know, then finally once he got in there, you know, he wasn't his normal self. He's inactive right now. And so, I mean, a fighter, that's the worst a fighter can do, sit down. And sit down for a long time. and that's the worst thing you can do. I ain't talking about the gym. I'm talking about a fight.
Yeah, and if you look at all the advice that he's getting from these so-called people that's trying to say, oh, you should just stay out the fight, or you should just move up and fight this dude and let him outweigh you by 30 pounds. That's how we can see if you great. Like all the advice that he gets from people like this, it's all things that would give him a better chance to lose.
Right.
It's really like they're not. You said earlier they're playing stupid. They're not playing stupid. All of this shit is things that's coming from people that want to see him lose. So what can make you lose? Oh, I want shit. Fuck the tune up. Fuck the tune up. Just go straight. Just wait for Shakur to fight Zepeda, and then just fight Shakur in the summertime. Don't worry about Lamont Roach. Don't nobody want to see that shit anyway. Well, why would you do that? That way he can be out of the ring for a year. Somebody like Shakur can be fresh, and now you feel like Shakur got a better chance to beat him, bro. Ain't nobody stupid. Rehydration clause. Just move up to 140 and let him weigh 170 pounds. Just you Tank Davis. It shouldn't matter. Just let him weigh 170 the night of the fight. That's cool. Why? Because you want him to have a disadvantage, bro. All of these things come from people that want to see him lose, bro, and want him to be stupid and make the dumbass mistake that some of their favorite fighters did, bro. And for the life of me, I don't know why people play dumb. I don't know why people don't want to acknowledge it. I'd have more respect if people just came out and said, look, bro, I don't like him. I want to see him lose. I'm rooting against him. So I think he got a better chance to lose if this is the fight that we get. If he moved like this, then I'd be like, all right, bro, you just hating on him. You want to see him lose. At least you keeping it real. But what gets me is when they try to hide it behind like they being objective. Or you try to hide it like you have an objective analysis. When in reality, bro, we all see what the hell you doing, bro.
Right.
We see what you're doing. Like, think about this shit, right? You hate the Lamont Roach fight, and you don't want the Lamont Roach fight to happen. You want him to be inactive. Cool. If you hate the fight and you don't want it to happen, how come every topic that you discuss is Tank Davis and Lamont Roach instead of Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk? How come you talk about it so much if you hate it so much? I know shit that I don't like, I don't talk about. That's just me. Like if I'm not into the topic, I won't talk about it. This dude is literally keeping people fed. They're saying they don't want him to keep them fed. Like, let's just be real. The algorithm is good when you throw Tank Davis in the title, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's good when you throw Tank Davis in the title, bro. So why would you act like you don't want this fight or you don't want to see him fight? Yet it's the only thing you can come up to talk about every time you have a live stream, every time you do a video, bro. And you telling him to do dumb shit that you wouldn't tell your favorite fighter to do. I don't care who your favorite fighter is. Your favorite fighter is Shakur Stevenson, Terrence Bud Crawford, fucking Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, whoever your favorite fighter is, you would not tell them, say, bro, what I want you to do, what's good for your career is I want you to just stay inactive. Okay. I'll only fight if it's just one fighter that I want to see you fight. I don't want to see you in the ring, just being active. And by the way, if you have an opportunity, I would love to see you in the ring with somebody that's a light heavyweight the night that you fight him. I know you fight at 135, 140, but I want to see you fight a light heavyweight. Like, no, they don't do that shit to their favorites, bro. They only do that nigga. Only to him.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, bro. So he should not stay inactive. He should fight this fucking fight if it's January 11th. If they have to push the shit back to February, anytime in the beginning of the year, he should fight this fight, bro. He should not let somebody dictate what the hell he does with his year and what the hell he does with his career. You do not miss out on getting a payday because tomorrow ain't promised. If you got a fight lined up, if you got a contract signed, if you got a venue, man, you go out there and you fight just like everybody else is doing. Yeah. You ain't finna get me. You are not about to get me to tell this man to be inactive and not fight when we done watch Teofimo Lopez fight Steve Claggett. We done watch Shakur Stevenson sign a fight to fight Joe Cordina. Right. We watching all these champions fighting trash ass fights, bro. I'm not finna tell him not to fight and stay inactive because you don't like the fight. Well, tell Loma, tell Shakur, tell Ryo they shouldn't have fucking ducked them then. If you wanted a better fight, go to the people that turned down the fucking fight and tell them to take the fight next time, bro.
Right.
But that's all. That's all I got on that, bro. You got anything else on it?
No, like I said, I'm trying to tell everyone that Tank Davis is he's not growing anymore, and what you see is what you get. Well, KQ, he fought at 140. He fought Mario Barrio. Yeah, but he had a rehydration clause also on Mario Barrio, who's at 147 now and a champion. So I mean, so Tank was basically right. This guy blows up. I mean, so sometimes you have to do that to have an even playing field. But when you want him to move up to 140, you want him to take a chance on pretty much favorite of losing. I'm not saying he will lose, because I think he's more, got a better ring IQ than most of these guys at 140. But still, in all, we know what your intentions are. That's all I'm saying. So, but that's all I have. All right. I'm gonna grab Big Dog Willie here. He's in that super chat again. He said Bill Haney said on X that Tank and fans are delusional and ducking all the best competition at 140. Tank is worried about Devin comeback in December.
Man, I hope you trolling. I hope he ain't really say that, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody Devin. We don't even know who Devin fighting, when Devin gonna fight, what weight class is gonna be at. Is he gonna be back this year? The only time we really talk about Devin Haney is as it pertains to Ryan Garcia right now. It's the only time. That's the only time he's really conversed about. And I wanted to ask you about that because I brought it up in my live stream a couple of days ago, and I did a video on it as well. I think it's time for Devin Haney and his father to let the Ryan Garcia shit go and either fight him or don't fight him. But they're beginning to be too tied to him. They're beginning to unless it's Ryan Garcia, they really ain't. No one really cares, bro. What do you think the Haneys need to let this Ryan Garcia shit go? Because every 2 minutes, Bill Haney is tweeting about him. All people talk about when it comes to the Haneys is the lawsuit and shit. Do you think it's time for them to maybe reverse course and start focusing on other things, or what's your thoughts on what's going on with the Haneys right now?
Well, I'm gonna be blunt and honest here. They hurt. They are really hurt because Devin turned out to be what they said he was. He turned out not to be what they thought he was, and they hurt, and they are trying their best to get their get back, and they are focusing on Ryan Garcia because he's the one that destroyed it all. He's the one that mucked up the whole gravy train. But now, enough is enough. They know, and I'm quite sure their lawyer told them to. You don't really have a case. You might maybe win maybe win one thing out the case, and that's it. But you really don't have a case, Bill. And Bill not saying that, but of course, you're advocating for Vada. Now we know that Vada, and Bill and Conti, all that is a bad taste. You can't force Ryan to take a test because Ryan is not going to take a test. He don't have to. He's still under suspension. So I think they need to focus on boxing and let this lawsuit and all this go because it hurt your brand more than it helped you. And that's the thing that now Devin might be okay with it, but Bill is stubborn. He's a hard head, and they always say a hard head make a soft ass. So and that's what's gonna happen to Bill Haney. He gonna either crack up or because Ryan will be back regardless in April. He will be fighting regardless after April.
Yeah.
So we just let it go, man, and just keep moving. And try to fight someone and trying to fight for your belt back.
Yeah. I don't want to see his entire career tied to Ryan Garcia, and that's what's going to end up happening. The analogy that I gave over on my channel is like in hip hop when two rappers beef and they beef for too long or the beef is too strong. Now whatever music that they make after that, don't nobody care about that. Whatever interview they do, don't nobody care about their new projects. They only want to talk about that beef or that situation that they had with another rapper. It's the same thing. Like if all you keep doing is tying this young man to Ryan Garcia and it's Ryan and it's Ryan and it's Oscar, every tweet, eventually ain't nobody gonna want to talk to you about nothing else, bro. Eventually ain't nobody gonna, like, you can have a fight coming up, they're gonna ask you about Ryan. You can want to do an interview, and maybe you and Devin are giving back to the community, or maybe y'all got a new business that y'all talking that y'all want to market or whatever. They ain't gonna give a fuck. They gonna ask you questions about Ryan Garcia. You don't want your career to forever be tied to one person unless you plan on fighting and beating that one person. So if they want the rematch and they get the rematch, okay, cool. But if you're not fighting them, and you're definitely not fighting them next, maybe you should circle back on the Ryan Garcia shit once y'all get to the rematch. Because right now what's happening is if Devin Haney do something, we mention it and then we move on. And the only time he can keep our attention is if people are talking about him and Ryan Garcia. We did it earlier on this show, right? He said some shit about Regis. We spoke on it real quick. And then now we on to the next. And guess what? He's probably not going to get a video from KQKC about it. I'm not going to do a video about the shit. We talked about it for 10 minutes, then we move on. That's what's going on with him right now. Whatever he does, people are not really gravitating to it. The audience ain't really paying attention to it unless it involves Ryan Garcia. They got to get away from that shit, bro. They have to. Otherwise, no matter what he do, he going to announce a fight. Whoever it is, he going to go to the press conference. Devin, what's going on with your lawsuit with Ryan Garcia with his opponent sitting right next to him? Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about that opponent. You don't want to be in that situation, bro. That's why I think they need to just be quiet. I ain't saying stop suing. If you're gonna sue, but let the courts play out, do that shit, and publicly quit speaking on the shit, man. Because you making yourself only be tied. You're making yourself only be tied to Ryan Garcia, and that's not gonna be good for Devin Haney moving forward. In my personal opinion, that's what I would say on that situation, man. You got anything else on it?
No, you're right. But you got also content creators. They would bring it up too, because it's always something that Bill is saying on Twitter or Instagram, and then bring it to attention about the lawsuit and about the Austrian, and I'm so tired of it now. I said, man, I ain't talking about this today. Whatever. Then there go Bill saying something, or he got caught doing something, or saying this and that. Then Victor Conte coming out. Then he now advocating for VADA. He want Ryan to take VADA, right? But nobody want to say USADA. He just want to say VADA. And then I'm saying, hey, well, why not USADA? But then that's how they get up. That's how they get you to talk about it and things like that. So.
Yeah,
and I'm guilty too, to a certain extent. I've fallen into that same trap, But yeah, he got to move on, man, because I don't want to see Devin Haney career just go down the drain because of Ryan Garcia. Because the truth be told, Ryan Garcia is going to be all right. With his endorsements, and regardless, he still got endorsements and Instagram followers and things like that. So yeah, that's why I want to see him keep moving, man. Get over it.
Same, man. So another thing that I wanted to discuss with you, and I agree with everything you said. I think we're on the same page. Another thing I wanted to discuss with you, Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, he doubled down on his on the monkey comments again, man, talking about Terrence Bud Crawford in a recent interview that he did, man. If you could pick anybody to shut Teofimo up, man, who would you like to see him fight? Would you like to see him fight Bud? Would you like to see him fight Tank? Who do you want to be the one to get Teofimo right? Because Teofimo is on he's talking crazy right now. What do you think?
Shit. If I had my way, all above. But shit. Bud look like he really want to strangle this guy. And I'm gonna tell you, Knockout. Teo, the things he's saying, he didn't pick that up from the neighborhood grocery store. He didn't pick that up in school, maybe in school, but he picked that up from the home.
Yeah,
from the home. All that started from his home. So and he's getting a little bit too comfortable for it, and that's why I don't agree with Tim Bradley. Well, I've been through racism. Well, hell, Tim, I've been through it too. And I'm not going to sit there and let someone say that I'm around and let them get away with it without me saying nothing. Because Tim Bradley want us to say, well, he's just ignorant and keep walking. No, son. It don't work like that. So, but Tio is looking for attention. He's looking for attention, and he's trying to get a payday, which he can't fight because he's in court with Top Rank. So he's stuck in a rock and a hard place right now. I know, but when you got other people out there saying the same thing, monkey this, making videos about monkeys and calling their own people monkeys, like Bill Haney, then what you expect? What you expect? Look at Ryan. Well, my black friends, they say it. So I mean, sometimes we can be guilty of it ourselves, but Tio need to shut up. And someone needed to give him a good ass whooping. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm a huge Tank Davis fan over Bud Crawford, so of course I would like for Tank to get the fight. However, I'm cool with either one of them shutting him up and punching his nose through the back of his skull, because this shit is getting crazy. It's getting ridiculous, and wherever he from, I don't know how he made it out talking like that, bro. Like, y'all, that man talking crazy, and this ain't something he just started doing. I'm sure he done dropped the N-bomb or some shit in front of some people in his city or in his neighborhood or whatever, and I guess didn't nobody do shit about it because he's still doing that shit to this day. So it is what it is, bro. I just, when I would just ask, now that you've shown who you are, just just keep doing that, and make sure you do it in people's face too. Like, just if you go to one of these fights and you see these guys, do it in their face and see how that shit works out for you, bro. Just see how it works out. Just do an experiment. Try to do that shit in their face and see how it works out for you. So I think that T.O. is all the way out of pocket, all the way wrong. And I can't wait to see somebody check his ass that's a Black American fighter and beat his ass in the ring and fuck his career up. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. That's what I want to see happen. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm objective about it, act like I'm not rooting against him, because I'm too honest not to. I want to see Teofimo Lopez get in there with a Black American fighter that look like me, that come from the same demographic like me, and I want them to punch the word monkey out of his mouth and just beat him up. So I don't care who it is. I'm a bigger Tank fan, and T.O.'s closer to his weight class, so yes, I like for it to be Tank. But if it's Bud Crawford, I take Bud Crawford whooping his ass too. You know what I mean? Like that it is what it is. That's my thoughts on that, man. What's up, Drink More Water? I see you in the building, bro.
Let me ask you this, knockout, real fast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Southern Week, do you think that T.O., the racist comments that he's making, would that hurt his career going forward?
Nah, because people don't really care about the vast majority of people, man. They don't care about racism like that, man. They don't. Like, they act like they do. People that talk a good game and shit, but in the grand scheme of things, no. What'll hurt his career more is if he can't get shit done with Top Rank, bro. Boxing don't care. Like them promoters and shit, man, they don't care. They're like, oh, that's wrong. He shouldn't say that. Like, people are all say the right things, but ain't nobody finna blackball him out the sport. Ain't nobody finna keep him from getting the payday. Right. Ain't nobody gonna stand on business with that, bro. They don't care about that shit. Racism been in boxing forever. People done shit. The promoters themselves done far worse than call somebody a monkey. Shit, they look at how they treat people when with the contracts they put them in with 360 deals and the way they can sell. They can literally sell your rights to another promoter without your approval and shit. Like, bro, they treat you like a piece of property. So they don't give a damn, dog. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him. His biggest issue is making sure he gets shit together with Top Rank. As a matter of fact, as I'm thinking about it, KQ, Bob Abrams spoke on the shit, and guess what? He didn't say nothing about T.O. calling Bud a monkey. He didn't admonish him for calling Tank a monkey. He didn't do none of that shit. When he spoke on Teofimo, what did he talk about? That goddamn contract. Now we got a contract with him. He under contract. I don't know what the hell he talking about. He just be talking crazy sometimes. That's what he care about, bro. He don't give a fuck. He don't care. ESPN don't care. They don't care at all. He told you what he cared about. He was just asked about T.O. this week, and he didn't say nothing about them comments. All he cared about was this contract that he got T.O. under and making some money off of him and making sure that he fights under Top Rank. He ain't trying to kick him out, KQ. He ain't trying to say, hey, my company doesn't believe in this, so we're ending Teofimo contract immediately. He can go do whatever he wants because we don't support racism here at Top Rank Boxing. He didn't do that shit. He fighting to keep T.O. He fighting to keep him under contract. Man, they don't care about that shit, man.
I see, man. They don't care about, he's talking about he got extension and he this and that, but he didn't say no. He got a filthy mouth, and he's saying racist thing. But Bob, what you expect? Bob was 90-some years old, and I know he been through racism on the other end. Other words, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. What's going on? Big Dog Willie and that $2 holler. He said Till wife got smashed by a New York Giant. He's bitter. Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
So
damn, big dog.
That's crazy. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, bro, because I haven't made a video on this, but I think this is a topic that a lot of people probably need to cover, and maybe they'll start covering it now that we mentioned it here. But the IBF, man. The IBF, the sanctioning body. Now, they are great at calling they mandatories and shit.
Right.
But they are fucking up Undisputed, and they are fucking up shit left and right. So they stripped Bud Crawford at 147 and elevated Jerome Boots in this so that Bud Crawford and Errol Spence potential rematch would not be for Undisputed. They stripped Alexander Usyk of his IBF belt. So now when Usyk and Fury go into their rematch on December 21st, the rematch would not be for Undisputed. And most recently, they are ordering Beterbiev to fight his IBF mandatory, which could make us have to wait a fight if Beterbiev takes the mandatory, which makes us have to wait a fight for the Bivol and Beterbiev rematch. Or if Beterbiev says, nah, I'm just gonna go straight to the Bivol rematch, then he's gonna get stripped. And their rematch won't be for Undisputed, man. Do you agree with what the IBF has been doing to the Undisputed fights? And it's always them. What do you think about that, man?
No, I don't. And I don't know why they keep doing that, stripping the Undisputed fighters, because now I can see if they don't fight their mandatories, but they don't even give them a chance to fight their mandatories. They don't even give them a chance to go to purse. None of that. So I don't know what game the IBF plan or the WBA, you want to be exact about it, because if you go look at BoxRec and the WBA, you don't have no champions up there. They don't even have Gervonta Davis as a champion. So the IBF, like I said, I always gave them credit. They always said the WBC, it was the most prestigious belt to have. I said, no, the IBF is. Because they do control the mandatories and they fight their mandatories, the rehydration clause they have where you can't go up 10 pounds. I mean, I like all that. I'm big fan. But now with the shit they pulling now, I mean, listen, Usyk was undisputed. But hell, soon he got out the locker room. There he go. There he go getting stripped. I mean, the fight barely was over with, he getting stripped. I mean, this is getting a little bit out of hand for all these sanctioned bodies. All these sanctioned bodies is getting a little bit out of hand. I don't rock with it, man. I don't. I think what they're doing is wrong to these fighters. These fighters earn they keep. They earn to be undisputed. Let them enjoy at least for a little while, man. Before they go and fight their mandatories. No, I don't like it. Knock out not one bit.
If I'm the fighter that lost the fight that's trying to go into the rematch, I'm pissed. Like if I'm Tyson Fury in this situation, I'm mad than a motherfucker. If I'm Dimitri Bivol, I'm mad, bro. I'm mad, dog. Like you mean to tell me we fight for Undisputed, then you gonna strip this dude for rematching me? Whoever his mandatory is, I'm more accomplished than them. I'm better than them. The fans want to see them fight me more. So why can't you just order the fight after them boys fight their rematch, bro? Why can't you just be like, hey, whoever win this fight, you got 30 days or 60 days to negotiate with this challenger right here, and just let them fight for what they fought for the first time, bro. Right. I think I'm in total agreement with you. I don't like that shit, bro. I don't like the fact that Fury and Usyk is fighting for unified titles, and this is no disrespect to Daniel Dubois because he did what he did to AJ. He did what he did to Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He had a great performance, but Daniel Dubois should be in line to fight the winner of those two. Right. Because I can't, it's no disrespect to him, but I can't view you as a champion. It's hard for me to view you, take you serious as a champion if I know who really supposed to have that belt. Same for Same for if Beterbiev gets stripped. Like, bro, if they strip Beterbiev and elevate his mandatory, dog, it's gonna be like, okay, but you didn't beat Beterbiev, you didn't beat Bivol, whoever wins their second fight. So I just hope they can figure this shit out. It gotta be a better way. It gotta be a better way to let them finish their contract and shit. Because I'm sure they told you they had a rematch clause. You know what I mean? Let them finish what they do. Or at least give them a certain amount of time. Like, look, we got this mandatory. Y'all rematch got to be 5 months or 6 months from the first fight. Like, you can't wait a whole year to fight. You got to fight within 4 or 5 months of your first fight, or we gonna strip your ass. And then right after that fight, you got to go into negotiation with your mandatory. But just to automatic, like, bro, they ordering shit like a day later. Like, the fight will happen. Then on Monday, they'll order the next fight. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, you just won.
Yes.
You just won on Saturday. You ordering this shit on Monday?
That's what they did with you. I mean, you can't even enjoy your win, you know, before you get on the flight to go back home. You know, you getting stripped. I mean, that ain't cool. I don't like that, man. You know, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the WBA is doing. I don't know what none of them doing. WBC, they make a belt every time somebody sneeze. So I mean, I don't know what's going on with these governing bodies, you know, sanctioned bodies, you know. So, but the fighters, all they gotta do is just keep on fighting. Maybe they're gonna, most fighters gonna get like Shakira Steve. You know what? Forget the belts. I'm going for the bag. You know, I'm going for the bag. You know, and this is why belts are getting obsolete, because of shit like this, right? Yeah. That's why, because they not getting a fair shake. If we're gonna fight and beat everybody in the division and then become undisputed, then you're gonna take one away right away. I can't breathe for a minute. You know, see, that's why, you know, a lot of these fighters, especially the younger fighters coming up, you know, they ain't too enthused about it, you know. So I mean, they gotta do better, man. They gotta do better, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So your boy is back. I haven't heard you talk about it, but maybe you have, and we can talk about it now. Jermall Charlo is gonna be back on this Tank Davis and Lamont Roach card. Oh, and that's another thing. The shit about like the fighters and shit that I forgot to mention that I got also for y'all and for you too, KQ. All of the fights are signed, further solidifying the fact that Tank Davis ain't asking for no money. So the whole card is already complete. All the fights are signed. This is truly them trying to make sure they get the venue for December the 14th. If they don't get the venue, as I said, they're going to move it to January 11th, and it's going to be in D.C. But Jermall Charlo versus Lamont is signed. Fulton versus Figueroa is already signed. All the fights that are on the card, they're signed, they're sealed, they're delivered. They're just trying to make sure they're able to put out the, you know, have the venue for the card. With that being said, though, Jermall Charlo is back, man. What's your expectations for Molly Mall, your boy, Houston, Texas, one of your favorite fighters, man? What you think, man? What he got left, man?
Man, I think he still got a little bit left. I saw a little film on him, and he's looking pretty good. But that don't mean anything, because that is sparring. His weight is there. Like he can go in there and fight right now because weight is there. He's not big. He's sharp. He's looking sharp with the 1-2. But still in all, they're sparring. We got to see if he gonna let his hands go when he get under the bright lights and the big stage. Is he gonna be that same big Charlo, or is he still gonna have the mental issues or relapse or whatever? Because right now, I said this before, that Jermall, his career is winding down. Now he might have one good fight here and one good fight there, but his whole career is winding down, and he does have a little bit left, but not very much. I have to be honest. No fanboy here, nothing like that. But I am a fan. But I gotta be honest. You know, he's not he's not going to be the same big Charlo like he was before. But he will go through the motions. He will. You know, so once you're a fighter, you always just like riding a bike. You'll never forget how to go through the basics. And hopefully he can do a little bit more than that. The punches are looking sharp. The punch was hitting hard, you know, in what I saw in the film, you know, but hopefully, you know, he can look good, you know, because one thing about Al Heyman, he's trying to give these fighters that's on their way out the door one last shot. And and him, Danny Garcia, those are the guys that came over from Golden Boy. And those are the guys that's first there. Now they the first to go out. So I wish him a lot of luck. But I don't think he's going to be that dominant like he used to be. But he going to hold his own, though. One thing about it. So I can't wait to see that happen. So
to Rich, that's a lie, bro. And you stay trolling. It's too early in the morning to troll, and you too old for it, man. That's a lie. Tank already shot that shit down. Multiple reports have shot that shit down. He's not going on anybody's co-main event.
Oh yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yeah.
And Drink, I talked about it earlier, bro. It's paperwork. So they didn't. Oh shit.
Okay, he'll be right back, y'all. All right. Yeah, but I think we were trying to tell you that we did talk about that earlier about Tank being on an undercard of Dave Biz, whatever. No, that ain't gonna happen. They're just another lie they putting out. So okay, yeah. So
yeah, my bad. I was No one, Tank Davis is not going on anybody's co-main event. We can talk about that. We haven't talked about that yet. Drink, they didn't file the paperwork properly. They're trying to get it all squared away. If they're not able to get it squared away, then they're moving the fight to DC on January the 11th in the same place where he fought Hector Garcia. That's the news that I got, bro. That's what my sources say. We'll see if I'm right, if I'm wrong, but your boy be highly accurate. So we'll see what's going on.
And it's a 50-50 chance that it's still gonna go on the 14th. So
if they can get the paperwork, if it's truly just a paperwork issue, then they should be able to get it resolved. And that's what I'm being told, that they just didn't complete all the paperwork properly. So they're trying to get that done in time for the fight to be on December the 14th. That's still the goal. If they're unable to do that, they already got a backup plan for the fight to take place January 11th, and they're going to move the venue to Washington, D.C. That's what I'm being told, bro. So do with that what y'all will. Now, as far as Jermall Charlo, like you were saying, I'm glad he's back in the ring. It's just crazy. All that talent, all that athleticism. I would have liked to just see him be able to do more, man. And I think it might be just too late. Somebody like the guy he fighting, this Thomas Lamont guy. Oh, he gonna mess him up. He gonna mess him up on talent alone. You know what I mean? He's just more gifted. As far as him being champion again, or being put in a position to where he's gonna win a big fight and take on the top of boxing, I don't know, KQ. I don't see it. I don't see it happening, but I am excited that he's getting a payday. I'm with you. Al Heyman getting him a payday, making sure he take care of one of the guys to help him start his company and kind of started off the PBC with him, guys like him, guys like Keith Thurman, who's now announcing for them, and shit like that. So I like him looking out for his own and all of that. But I expect him to look levels above Thomas Lamont, because he is. But for me, I always say this when he comes back, because Jermall always comes back after a long layoff. I'm interested because he's going to say all the right things, right? He's going to tell us how he's dedicated to the sport, how he's back in boxing, how he's coming to take back over, and then he's going to fight. And then when he fight, he's going to disappear again, be drinking, be partying, not being dedicated to the sport. So I say it every time with him, with Adrian Broner. That's cool. I want to see how you behave after the fight. After the fight, do you get back in the gym? Are you going to stay dedicated? Do you have another fight coming up directly after that? Like, what are you, like, all the talk that he's doing right now? He's doing it because he got a fight signed. I want to see how he starts behaving after the fight's not signed and he gets this payday. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep training, or are you going to go back to doing what you've done after all of your most recent fights since your career is going downhill? So that's what I want to see. He's looking good on the bag, like you said. He's training and stuff, but he always does this when he has a fight coming up, because he knows how talented he is, and he's taking his talent for granted, and he's not dedicated to the sport. Let's see how he looks, and let's see what he does 3 weeks after the fight. Let's pay attention to his Instagram 2 months after the fight. Oh, you drunk again? Okay, we know it's the same old Jermall Charlo. Or are you posting videos? Are you training? Are you dedicated? So that's what I'm going to be looking at, man. I'm not worried about Thomas Lamont. I'm not worried about his training camp. I want to see if he's going to live the lifestyle after this fight. That's going to let me know whether or not we should take Jermall Charlo serious, man.
Yep, that's what I said. And we'll see what happened with this fight, how he look. If he does win, what will he do then? How would he act? Would he get back in the gym? Those are the things that I'm looking for afterwards. Because he still got a couple more years left if he's dedicated, and that's the thing about it. You got to be dedicated. Everybody can't be Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's a gym rat, but still in all, a lot of other guys, they rather do other things. And then when it's time to fight, then they get back in the gym. And now, one thing about Gervonta Davis, I'm glad that he grew up. Okay. And what I mean by growing up is because when he first started, okay, he'd be in shape, but only when he got a fight coming up. But now he's staying in shape where he don't have to waste that time cutting weight. He can be working on other things. And so that comes with what we call maturity. And now he's matured, got a daughter, I believe a daughter. And so now, that's how you mature. And this is what I look at Abdullah Mason. He's there already. But Big Baby Anderson, no, he's not there so far. All right. So far right now, Big Baby Anderson want to be a teenager. He want to hang out. So somebody got to get in his ear and let him know that, hey, look, you got a job to do. And you got to give it all on your job. Just like anybody else got a job. You got to do your best on your job. You can't have to do it. Or they get rid of you. So. But that's all I had on that. So
yeah, man. Yeah, so we'll see what your boy does when he comes back, man. We covered this briefly, but we didn't really sit down and sit down on the topic and give it a whole rundown or a whole segment or whatever. Tank Davis is the co-main event on David Benavidez and David Morrell. That was another rumor that got started that Tank Davis immediately shot down on Twitter saying, nah, that's cap. But some people believe that shit, man. Some people believe that he was going to go to the co-main event and he was going to fight on the co-main event and support David Benavidez and Morrell by being a co-main event, man. What are your thoughts on that, man? What are your thoughts on that rumor and kind of how it originated in the idea of Tank Davis being on somebody's undercard?
Well, number one, little LB ain't gonna let that happen. And number two, Tank is not arrogant like that, but why would they put the guy that everybody's coming to see on a undercard? It just don't. It just no nothing against David Benavidez. I like him. He's a dog. I mean, he's a dog, and Tank like him. Tank got him on his undercard last time. So on his card last time. So why would anybody that know boxing, or at least familiar with boxing, or familiar with Tank Davis, first of all, if you know the definition of the face of boxing, it's basically two face of boxing. And Canelo, last time I checked, he ain't fighting on this card. So Gervonta Davis is. So why would anyone put him last or make him a co-main event when he's one everybody's coming to see? I mean, here we go again with the common sense. Now, Drink, I get you. I get what you were saying earlier. This ain't their first rodeo, but it's not on PBC. That's on the venue. They don't want to have the paperwork together. PBC got their paperwork together. And like I said, everybody signed, sealed, and delivered. But they got to get their venue together. They got to get it together, or they just gonna miss out on a payday. But I mean, think about it. Knockout. They don't like Gervonta Davis right now. Why? Because of what he's making, what he's doing, who he is, his swagger. I mean, I can go on and on. And this ain't nothing that that's new. I mean, it's just that no one else is doing it like he's doing it.
Let's call it what it is, KQ. It's a lot of people that don't like Gervonta Tank Davis because he's everything they wishes Devin Haney was.
Thank you.
That's what it is. All you got to do is see who's talking all this shit. That's right. All you got to do. Go look at who's being negative. Go look at who's hating on them. Go look at who's spreading these lies about them, and you will see that there's a direct connection because they're also huge fucking Devin Haney fans, bro. That's what it is. He's everything that they want Devin to be. Oh, Devin's the face of boxing. Tank Davis really got an argument for that. Oh, Devin gonna grow into his man strength. Tank Davis really got power like that. Oh, Devin for the streets. He's the people's champ. Tank Davis really has the people on his side.
Exactly. You
Oh,
know.
I'm the underdog. I'm the underdog. I've been used to the slander. I've been the underdog my whole life. No, Tank Davis was really in an underdog situation. You've been blessed your whole life. Had a great father that supported you and took care. Like, that's what it really is, bro.
Yes.
Like it's not hard to draw the correlation and to see. All this is a lot of people wishing that the fighter they support had his spot, bro. They wish they wish he had his spot, and it's sad that it's that much envy and hate and jealousy. But we got to grow up and tell the truth, man. But go ahead, my bad.
You know, it's just that, you know, like you were saying about Devin, you know, and I didn't even know they had a special out. So I just was going through YouTube and saw it about how Devin Haney admires Tank Davis. And I thought, you know, I was just the only one saying it, and a couple other people, but they actually have a video out on that. And I'm not talking about your regular YouTube content creators. This is a big network, and saying how they showing how you getting the tattoos on his legs. They showing how you getting the diamonds on his teeth. You know, they showing everything that Gervonta Davis, how he pushing Lomachenko, how Tank pushed Rolly. You know, I mean, they were showing the similarities. You know, and then next thing you know, what I said, Devin gonna have braids in a minute. He's gonna have braids in a minute. And I'm serious, you know. And I'm like, man. So I mean, is it that much you know, admiration for Gervonta Davis? I mean, that's fine and dandy. You know, get to know the man then, all right? Get to be friends with him. You know, you can't compete with him, so be friends with him. You know, hey, look here, man. Can you show me this? Can you show me this? Can you show me how to do this? Let's, you know, but don't make believe, you know. That's all I got. You know?
Back to but as far as like Tank Davis being on somebody's undercard, that would be the stupidest move that Premier Boxing Champions could make, and one of the stupidest moves in boxing. You don't take one of the biggest stars in boxing and put him on anybody's undercard, bro. Yeah, that would be bad. That would be bad for business, and that would be the stupidest shit that you could do. Because what you're gonna watch happen, I don't give a damn who the main event is. If you put Tank Davis as a co-main event, when he get done fighting, people are gonna walk out that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like they are going to lead. Like, not everybody, because I ain't saying Benavidez ain't got no fans. People are going to walk out the moment that he's done fighting, bro. And number two, you hurt your market value when you put yourself on the undercard. Why would he do that when he doesn't have to? He's coming off with multiple successful events, breaking records at live gates. He's not going on anyone's undercard, which is why he said cap. This shit is cap, bro. So he's not going on anyone's undercard. We can rest assured of that. They're not stupid enough to do that, bro. That's just more bullshit to try to make some shit up, hoping that it sticks. I'm telling you what happened, KQ. Somebody looked at the fight cards that PBC already had, and they were like, he fought on David Benavidez's card before, so let's just say he gonna fight on David Benavidez this time, and he gonna be the co-main event, and that's what he gonna do. Like, that's all they did. No reporting, no sources. Just looked some shit up and tried to make some shit up and make that shit sound believable. And Tank Davis shot that shit down, bro. He's not going on anybody's undercard. David Benavidez and David Morrell are gonna do good numbers, and they're gonna sell on their own. Yeah. Tank Davis and Lamont Roach are gonna do good numbers, and they're gonna sell on their own. Why would you put them together and you could fuck up the bag? Like, you want to get as much money as possible. Why would you take a potential to have two successful events and then just turn it into one event? That makes no sense, bro. Like, they're not doing that shit. So it's dumb. It's a stupid ass rumor, and people perpetuating that rumor. Do better, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. That's really all I got on that, man. It's absolute trash, bro.
Because I mean, we've been talking about this. At least I have. I talked to Ronnie Shields about this. Look, man, when Morrell and Benavidez gonna get in there? You know, I've been talking about this for about a year. So everybody want to see these guys getting in there and clash. So you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, so man, I can't wait. You know, to see them go at it. And they deserve their own card. They deserve their own card. You know, forget Canelo. Man, I want to see these guys.
I got some bad news for you, man. I don't know if this is Eddie Hearn trying to make the fight that he got coming up bigger, or trying to get people excited, but Eddie Hearn said in February they looking to have Jerome Boots Ennis and Jesse Bam Rodriguez on the same card again, because they're on the same card on November the 9th. But he's making Jesse Bam Rodriguez versus Chocolatito.
Oh man,
What you
Chocolatito.
think?
Oh,
What you think of your boy Chocolatito fighting Bam, man?
man, Roman. He's experienced. Now, if it was 5 years ago, maybe okay, Bam, watch out, right? But come on, man, don't do that. Man, come on, cause Roman, man, he gonna stand right there in the pocket, and Bam just gonna have a field day picking him apart. Cause you know how Roman fights, he's right there, bent over, right there in front of you, and he's gonna be throwing, but I don't know. Maybe they wanted him to fight someone that's been a champion and all that, but Roman, he's older now. He's real older, and I thought he was gonna be retired by now.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, hey, I'm gonna watch it though. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, you gonna watch it? You gonna call it?
Yeah, they're gonna be hard. They're gonna be hard for Bam. Trust me, Bam. They're gonna be hard for him now. All right.
No, it's not. You might be lucky. In the chat, they saying that shit that Eddie Hearn said that it's already been shot down. That's just a rumor. That shit's not true. You might be lucky. You might end up lucky, man. It might not happen. But if that fight was to happen, Jesse Bam Rodriguez put foots on your boy. He gonna put hands and feet on Chocolatito, bro.
Man, but
yeah, I just don't. I want to see Bam fight Junto Nakatani, bro. I want to see him fight. I want to see him start fighting his contemporaries. Enough of beating up on the old guys, bro. You beat up Rung Vasai. You beat up Carlos Cuadras. You beat up Juan Francisco Estrada. Why you got to get Chocolatito too? He trying to get all 4 of them?
Man, yeah.
That's good for his record. It's gonna look good on his resume, but dog.
Right.
Dog, this dude, you got Roman. He like almost 40.
Yeah, I know.
No, bro, that's not good. Jesse Bam Rodriguez gonna damn near kill that man. You gonna be mad. You gonna be screaming at the screen. This might be the first time we ever see you call a fight and be biased. You ain't gonna be saying none of the shit Bam doing. You gonna be talking about Chocolatito the whole time. Chocolatito with a left, Chocolatito with a right, Chocolatito. Like you didn't uppercuts Bam. No, I didn't see that, but Chocolatito just
But let me ask you this. I wanted to ask you this at the beginning of the show before we came live. But real fast. Jerron Boots Ennis and no other than Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
You think their career is gonna be in jeopardy when Turkey, cause he gonna have to go over and fight in the UK. They're gonna have to fight in the UK or on the zone. You think their career is going to be, because Eddie is not a very good promoter. We already seen that lately. So do you think their career is going to take a hit? Because right now, Jerron Boots and it's no one there for him to pretty much build his career up. He's gonna have to go to 154, in my opinion. So what you think about that?
I think that number one, for Shakur, I'm not gonna say that yet because he only signed up for 2 fights.
Oh, okay.
So if he signed for longer, like if he signed to Eddie long term, then shit, you right on the money because Eddie ain't got nobody for him. But if he go over there, if he fight his Williams to pay the fight one more fight with Eddie, and then go get his bag somewhere else, go get big fights because he's a free agent, then Shakur could be all right. I don't know how long Jerron Boots Ennis is signed for. I hope it's not long term. But Boots kind of same deal. If he only signed for 3 or 4 fights, then okay, he could be good. But if he got one of them Conor Ben type of contracts or one of them Anthony Joshua type of contracts, then their career could be in jeopardy. So I say we have to wait for the next cycle because Shakur only got 2 fights that he signed up for. That's what they're saying. They're telling us it's a 2-fight deal. And Jerron Boots Ennis, we don't know how long he signed for. So I would like for YSM Sports Media, who has a good relationship with Boots Ennis, I would like one of these guys that goes and do these interviews with Boots Ennis. I think that's a question that somebody needs to ask him. How many ask Bozy? You guys that interview Bozy, you guys that are on those channels, ask them to ask these questions because this is what people want to know. How long is he signed to Eddie Hearn?
That's right. Y'all hit the likes. All right. We only got 80 likes in here. We got 120 people in here.
Yeah. So
right.
I think that's the play in my opinion. I think we got to wait to see what they're doing. But for Shakur, I'm gonna lean towards no because he only signed to a 2-fight deal. And honestly, the Zepeda fight is a really good fight.
Yeah,
so,
that's a
really good fight. So if he's over there to Eddie and he fights Zepeda, let's say he beats Zepeda, then he fights some bum and then he gets out of there. I don't think it'll hurt his career too much because he got one really good fight out of him. You know what I mean? So I think he'll be good. Jerron Boots Ennis, though, is the one that I'm going to worry about because of what you said. Number one, he's intent on staying at 147, and there's nothing for him at 147. There's nobody to fight. Nobody wants to fight him. They're all on different promotional companies. And number two, we don't know the type of deal he signed. We don't know how long he signed for. So I'd worry more about Jerron Boots Ennis in that situation until we figure out how many fights he signed to Eddie Hearn and to Matchroom. That's my thoughts on what you asked, man.
No, okay. All right. That's all I want. That's it.
Yes, sir. Right. Yes, sir. Look, man, that's it, y'all. It's 10:30. KQ. I appreciate you, man. Y'all be sure to catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. KQ is live every day at 11 a.m. Shout out to you, man.
Except for Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you, man. Another great show, and I will catch you next time, bro.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you, man, and keep doing what you're doing. Don't forget to subscribe to Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and don't forget to hit his PayPal, and don't forget to hit the Cash App or Super Chat. All right. So with that, we through. We out of here. We see y'all next week, same time, next time, Knockout Boxing 86 TV platform. All right. So see y'all later. We out. Peace.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there. All those hustlers and just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this: I'm living it up, y'all.